The death of Monkey D. Luffy. Let's get it started, gang, gang. Yes, I said the death of Monkey D. Luffy. Luffy, who's gonna become the king of the pirates, gonna surpass Roger. That pirate, Monkey D. Luffy's death, and let's talk about it here today. Now, of course, I am not talking about Luffy dying anytime soon, because Luffy's gonna become the king of the pirates, so there's no way he's gonna be dying anytime soon. But after he does become the king of the pirates, what happens after that? What does Luffy do? Where does the Straw Hats go? And how old is the Straw Hats when they become the king of the pirates, or the crew that becomes the king, known for the king of the pirates, Monkey D. Luffy? Now, will Luffy ever be killed in the One Piece story by an opponent? I will tell you no. And let me tell you why. The real reason about people talking about the death of Monkey D. Luffy is that this series has been going on for 20 plus years, and it would be very tragic for a character to die after going on. It's going to go on probably 25 plus more years, or probably even 30, but let's say 30 plus years and a character dies. Yeah, that's going to be kind of heartbreaking to see a character that has been going on since people have been little kids and stuff like that. So it will be hard to see this series character be dead by any opponent, but I'm not really thinking it's going to happen, but I feel like Luffy has a chance of dying in a story. Now, I first want to talk about what would happen if Luffy was dead, or what would happen as Luffy gets an old age or becomes the king of the pirates and stuff like that. There's a bunch of stuff that needs to be answered, a lot of questions that we answered and stuff like that. You know, I wonder what happened to the Marines. I feel like the Marines will still be around. They're just not going to be the king of the pirates, Monkey D. Luffy, just running around the world freely and stuff like that. There's still going to be pirates going on. I feel like the pirate era is still not going to be over with. You know what I'm saying? But the Marines will be, I feel like it's going to be under command of Kobe. Kobe will probably be the main person underneath the Marines, because it's pretty interesting. Can't you see the whole Marines being taken down, like Ainu and stuff like that, or the girls say they're all done with stuff like that, and the main leader of Marines could be coming up as Kobe and Smoker. Kobe and Smoker could be like one of the main characters of the Marines. You know, Helmeppo might be even there too. It's going to be pretty interesting how the Marines form out after Luffy becomes the king of the pirates, or possibly he's dead of old age or something like that. You know, it's going to be pretty interesting, because Luffy has got his life like shortened or whatever by Ivankov. But you know, I'm not thinking that's going to cause anything to be drastic later on in the story. I also want to know what's going to happen to the Revolutionary Army. What is going to happen to the Revolutionary Army? Are they going to be the main power that's more powerful than the Marines? It's going to be pretty interesting what the Revolutionary Army is going to be later on in the story. You know, how Monkey D. Luffy, I feel like Luffy's going to be able to take out the Marines or something like that. But the Revolutionary Army, I feel like the Revolutionary Army is more of an ally of the Straw Hats and something like that. You know, it's pretty interesting how the Revolutionary Army is going to work. But I feel like something's going to happen there with them too. That might actually get a huge power up. It might be one of the main powers of the world, or might just be completely taken out. Now, the ending of One Piece, the death of Monkey D. Luffy. You know, I feel like there's no way Oda would be able to kill off Luffy. Him and Luffy are basically one. They are brothers. They are basically a person, and Luffy basically a person to Oda. He just can't kill Luffy. I mean, you could probably say that, but Oda has been going with this character for how long? Probably had in his head for a while, so he's been going on with Luffy his whole life. I can't see Oda do something like that and kill Monkey D. Luffy. It'll be too sad. It'll be too heartbreaking for that man. But let me tell you something here. I can see the end of One Piece going off as Luffy, you know, he doesn't have his straw hat anymore. And Luffy obviously might be an old age. He might see something like that, but we might not see it that long. We probably see like a time skip era, you know, something like that, and we see Luffy, and you're running like, kind of, is that really Luffy? And you might see Luffy actually be talking to a kid, and actually him passing down his straw hat. And then it might go to something, the Straw Hat, it might have a nice little story about the Straw Hat again, and how the pirate era is never going to end and stuff like that. So it's going to be a great story, a great reason to see Luffy and stuff like that. That's why I'm saying the death of Luffy, something like that, I really gonna feel like it's going to happen. It's going to be a tearful moment, because once we finish One Piece, after we all finish this One Piece story, our hearts are going to be really, honestly, all of us are going to cry, to be honest with you, because this story has been going on for so many years, and if for it to finally end, it's just gonna be very emotional for us to see, especially if Luffy passes down that straw hat and we're not gonna see Luffy ever again. Yeah, it's gonna be very emotional. But let me tell you something here, even if the One Piece story does end, there's gonna be OVAs for it eventually, you know, something like that. But we don't have to worry about that because One Piece is so far from now from ending, so we are in good shape right now. Now I also want to talk about the other Straw Hats. What can I see them doing after, you know, possibly Luffy's death or this crew is disbanded? Honestly, these Straw Hats will disband. Don't expect these Straw Hats to be there forever. I feel like they'll have one last reunion once they're done or something like that. But let me tell you something here. These Straw Hats are a very interesting crew. They are a unique crew, and I feel like there's gonna be something they might do once the crew is finished, such as like Sanji, he might open up his own version of the Baratier, or he might take it over at the possible death of Zeph or something like that, and Zeph is still alive. But let me tell you something here. I feel like Sanji and Zeph might go at it at that Baratier, because definitely Sanji does want to come back to the Baratier. There's no question about it. And I feel like once Sanji, you know, is done with the King of the Pirates thing, he is going to be able to come back to the Baratier. You know, it's going to be very cool to see Sanji in that Baratier again. It's going to be very emotional there too. Now Zoro, I feel like Zoro will be on some Mihawk type stuff. I feel like Zoro will be the next Mihawk, and let me tell you why. Since we haven't got really anything back to that backstory, we don't know nothing about Zoro's parents. A lot of people are saying it's Wano, but there's a whole nother theory. I can leave you guys in the theory in the description below to Joy Boy. You know, Joy Boy really just basically denied that whole theory that Kushina's alive and stuff like that. But there's a possibility Zoro's parents might be at Wano, but I feel like Zoro might be on some Mihawk type stuff. You know how Mihawk is all alone, he's like surfing all over the world and stuff like that, and just, you know, just looking around the world, seeing what's going on and stuff like that. You know, Zoro might have see another swordsman, and he might think, yeah, come seek out to me one day, and Zoro's in his head thinking of Mihawk like, wow, this man really has changed my life somehow, some way. I can see Robin try to teach a bunch of people, you know, the way of knowing like how to speak that language. I don't even know what it's really called. I forgot. I'm sorry guys, I forgot. I'm probably gonna be mad at myself while I'm editing this video that I forgot about this, but the language on the Poneglyphs might probably Robin will open up something like that, you know, a library. I can see Robin doing something pretty interesting. She might be even still exploring with people, but I don't see Robin doing anything like too basic or something like that. I can see Robin, you know, doing some really genius type things right now. And for Chopper, I don't know for Chopper. Chopper, yeah, it's pretty easy. He's gonna become a doctor. I don't want to talk too long about this stuff. And Nami's pretty interesting. I can see Nami do some really white kinky stuff. You know, she's cat burglar Nami, so she might do some swimsuit sets or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I can see Nami doing some weird stuff. Nami's pretty unpredictable for me, so I don't know what you want me to say for her. Frankie, I feel like Frankie is definitely going to be teaching people how to do some shipwright stuff. I feel like he's going to do some stuff like that. You know, it's going to be pretty interesting seeing him too. Usopp, the brave warrior of the sea. You know, I don't really know what Usopp would want to do. Make his own sniper shop. You know, I don't know what Usopp would want to do, but he does have the Usopp Pirates. He might do another little cool thing with the Usopp Pirates again. Go back to the village and see Kushina. I can see him going back to the village and marry Kushina. That would be something nice, you know, and that's probably where he'll settle down. Now for Brook, he'll go back to see Laboon. I feel like him and Laboon will have a good time together, you know, something like that. And I feel like Brook and Crocus might be off like somewhere, you know, chilling and stuff like that, because him and Crocus, I feel like they have a pretty good relationship, you know, and especially there with Laboon. That's all I want to talk about. I'm not going to name any other Straw Hat members such as Jinbei or something like that, but that's all I want to talk about for these Straw Hats and the possible death of Luffy. You know, I'm not expecting the Luffy to die at the end of the story, but I'm expecting something to happen with the Straw Hat. I'm expecting probably the death of the Straw Hat, or they pass on to the Straw Hat. It's going to be very interesting there, because a lot of people are saying Shanks as a son or something like that, but it'll be pretty interesting there to see, you know, Luffy, you know, going off, ending his life and settling down from being a pirate. It's going to be pretty interesting what Luffy does and see what Luffy will do. But let me know in the comment section below, do you guys enjoy these videos, these One Piece videos? You know, hit a like on this video, and how do you guys feel about the end of the story of One Piece? You You know, this video is kind of a ramble with convo all over the place, but man, if you guys enjoyed this, hit that like button and subscribe. And it's your boy, Press Luffy, out, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace. Gang, gang, gang.